Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, if you couldn't already tell by the headband, I am going to be filming a little get ready with me. So I will always start my makeup with the simple moisturiser. I think it's just the hydrating light moisturiser, just like the standard one. I genuinely honestly don't think I've ever done my makeup and not used this moisturiser as well with it. My makeup would never ever be the same if I didn't use this moisturiser. I'm looking into my mirror as well here, by the way, because otherwise I would not be able to see what I'm doing. This is basically like my base before my primer. I poke myself in the eye. Also, excuse my nails, they are lockdown nails. I got them done for my birthday, which was a month ago now, and obviously we're in lockdown. I can't get them sorted, and it's not like they're gel, but they're also acrylics, so they're just going to be an absolute nightmare to take off. I feel like this is so basic, but I will always use the Benefit Professional, but it's not like the blue one, it's just the pearl one, so it's like a highlighting one almost. So I'll use that. Oh god. So I'll use that next, just kind of like all over my face. So I've actually been using this primer. It's basically, I actually got it in a glossy box a little while ago. It's the Pre-Glow Up Mist from Candy Cosmetics. It's basically one of those, like, it's really similar to the iconic London ones. I don't know if you've seen those, where it's like this kind of like liquid inside, where it looks all really nice. So I basically will then just spray a little bit of that on top of this primer as well. Basically, I like my makeup to stay in place. Okay, so for foundation, for a really long time, I have been using the Too Faced Born This Way in shade Golden Beige. This is actually a darker shade than I originally started using. I can't remember what the shade was that I originally started using, but I used to have blonde hair, and my hairdresser said to me, she said, when you go dark and you dye your hair brown, which I did about a year and a half ago, you tend to have to wear darker makeup. So I kind of had to get like new foundations, new concealers, just because wearing my regular makeup, going from blonde hair to brown hair, you could really see it just washed me out. So I've changed my foundations around a little while ago and basically just kind of wear darker ones now. But yeah, this is shade Golden Beige, and I find that the Too Faced foundation is quite, sometimes it makes me look a little bit oily. I absolutely love it, and I think it is probably my favourite foundation. But recently I have been trying the MAC Studio Fix in shade NC30. I find their shade, kind of like how they name their shades, really strange, and I just picked this one up because it looked like it might match. I never did like a colour test or anything. I just kind of picked it up and thought we'll give it a go. But this is very matte, so I tend to do more Too Faced Born This Way and then mix a little bit in of this one, because I think it makes like quite a good combination really. I have always used this religiously for the last 2 years now. It's the Real Techniques 200 brush. I think it's just a foundation brush, but it's called Real Techniques 200, and basically it is the best blending brush that I've ever used. So in terms of questions that I had over on my Instagram, I'd say the most popular question was, how have you been dealing with lockdown, and how are you basically coping? Like what are you doing to kind of just deal with it, and what you're doing during it? At the minute, I am still working. I'm not on furlough. I never was actually on furlough. So I'm still working full-time from home. There is definitely no plans for us to be going back into the office before March. I reckon at this rate, we might start doing like a bit of a phased return in like June time in the summer, and it would have been over a year, which I honestly, I genuinely just can't believe it. I just don't have any words to like explain it, and I think it still hasn't registered with me, like the fact that all of this is happening. Yeah, I have been working full-time, and then other than that, obviously that has, I mean, to be honest, that has really been keeping me occupied like during the day. It's not like I've been on furlough and have been having to try and like find things to do. So I am grateful that I've still been able to like be working, because it's just kept me busy throughout this time, to be honest. Other than that, I do just spend a lot of time doing what everyone else is doing, Netflix, just the standard stuff that I know that everyone else is spending their time doing, because what else is there to do? Okay, so next I would go in with the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in shade 20. So I actually saw on TikTok, of course I see everything on TikTok, I say something I'm done, I'm like, oh my god, I saw this thing on TikTok, and they're like, what don't you see on TikTok? So rather than putting your concealer as like a triangle, which I know a lot of people do, if you put a line and a line and then one out here and kind of leave this middle bit out, apparently it's more kind of like face framing, and it's going to make your face look like more defined. I think that's basically what they said. Don't hold me to that. But I do actually think it makes a difference, and you can see that it kind of like changes my face shape rather than just putting like a whole. I feel like you can actually see that, like here it makes my face look a little bit like smaller on this side. I don't know, I'm probably just dreaming. Who knows? I actually never really used to use concealer, only up until about a year ago, probably not even a year ago. I was not using concealer. I just didn't see the need for it. I've always worn a really, really high coverage foundation, and I've never just felt the need to use concealer. I was always worried about it looking like really cakey on my face, but I will literally just do it on my under eyes and then just on my chin. In terms of bronzer, I don't think I've ever really been able to find one that works absolutely perfect with me. I genuinely think the best one that I have ever used, and I'm just sticking with it now rather than searching for loads of different ones, trying loads of different ones. So that is Hoola bronzer. Of course, I feel like it's classic. It's just so simple that it just does the job. Like, you don't need anything fancy. Like, I know a lot of people try and think the expensive ones are going to be better, which I don't genuinely think this is the case. I think that this bronzer, I don't know how much this bronzer is, I just think it's a really good bronzer. I also use the Real Techniques, I'm not really sure what this brush is. Oh, sculpting brush. Excuse the faces I'm pulling. Some other questions that I had were kind of like, how do you stay confident? I'm not gonna lie, something that I have genuinely always struggled with, and I think everyone does in some way. I know a lot of people say fake it till you make it with being confident, and I do think it's true. I think if you could be the most insecure person in the world, but if you put on a front that you are confident, people are going to think that. And that's why social media is so deceiving, because you could be posting all of this stuff, you could be showing people your life, actually you could be feeling horrible and feeling absolutely terrible, but your social media and what people see, because you only post the best bits of your life, you don't post the bad things, and you're not going to post you crying on Instagram, are you? You don't post the hard times. So people only see a short amount of your life, and I think that does not help in the slightest with a lot of people's confidence. Like, posting pictures, people are only going to post a picture if they look good in it. Comparing yourself to other people is obviously inevitable. I know everyone does it, I do it all the time, I am so guilty of it. Social media is not real life, and I think that when you come to terms with realising that, and realising that what people show is not true, and you see a very, very, very small portion of their life, then you realise that actually what have I got to be like sad about, and what have I got to feel bad about? After contour, I will then go in with, I don't really tend to wear blush, but I have started using, really random, but it is the Soap and Glory Love at First Blush in, don't know if there's a particular shade, I think it might just be a one colour, but it's like one of those where it's like this on the inside. I don't know if you can see that, you can see me in my but you see my ring light, but it's basically almost like works as a little highlight as well. I don't like really overpowering blush, so I just do a little bit across here, just because adds a little bit, but I don't like too much. For highlight, I use this I use this Becca palette, which basically includes a highlight and also some eyeshadow shades. It is the Becca Champagne Pop highlight, which I just wasn't around for the hype of it. And now I understand why there was such a hype around it. And I know that it's not really a thing anymore, like people being obsessed with it, but I genuinely think it is a very, very nice highlight. And I'll just put a little bit on my nose, like a bit of nose highlight, put it across here. Also put some on my brow bone. My eyebrows are absolutely terrible at the minute. Please, please do not come to me, because I haven't had them done in a really long time. And also, can't bother to pluck them. One of the final steps for like my base is brows. And I don't really fill my brows in. I've got very, very dark eyebrows anyway. And I think I know everyone went through this stage, but I went through the stage of making them like block eyebrows. So they were literally like this big on my forehead and went across like this. I don't know why I did it, and I don't know why I thought it looked good at the time, but that's not the point. We got over that stage, and now I literally just use the Benefit, this is Gimme Brow, isn't it? Benefit Gimme Brow, just to, it basically just keeps them in place and like puts them in just a bit of a nicer shape. I don't really like filling them in, because I feel like when I fill them in, I just take it too far. I just take it way too far, and then they end up looking stupid, and then I've ruined my makeup. I don't always actually really use eyeshadow, but for the purpose of the video, I will use the Morphe, and what palette is this? Couldn't tell you. 25D. Took some time. It's a 25D palette, and it's literally just, it's basically just a load of brown shades. And to be honest, when I'm doing, I used to love doing eyeshadow. I used to be obsessed with doing eyeshadow and like really bright colours. But I feel like no one actually really does it anymore. Like, I wish that it was still a thing, but I don't think it really suits me that much. If I'm doing eyeshadow, it's going to be a brown, maybe a bit of glitter in there. Another question was, what Netflix series are you watching at the minute? And I have actually just finished, I'm very late to the party with this one. I have just finished watching Emily in Paris. And I'm not being funny. I think it's the best film I've ever seen. I honestly, after watching one episode, I wanted to fly to Paris. They make that show and make Paris look like it's the best place in the entire world. And now I'm desperate to go. I've been saying to my boyfriend, I'm like, when can we book a trip to Paris? Because I need to go. That's it. I'm just desperate to go there now. And I feel like that's so stupid just from watching a show. But I don't care. I want to go. I just really, really want to go to Paris now, even though I know that it's a series and Paris isn't actually going to be like it is in the show, but I don't care. I just want to go. I have just finished watching Emily in Paris. I haven't actually started anything new. They took Gossip Girl off of Netflix, and let me tell you, I wanted to cry a little bit. I watched it back in like 2015, maybe even before that. I watched it ages ago. It's the kind of show that if you're getting ready, like I'm getting ready now, I could just have it on in the background, just because it's so easy to watch, but I could watch every episode over and over again and never get bored. I love it. And I'm so upset that they took it off of Netflix. Okay, so I'm going to set my face, and then I'm going to do like mascara and lashes. But for setting my face, I usually use the MAC Fix Plus, and I've used it for a really long time. But for Christmas, I actually got the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray, which so many people go on about and say that it is actually the best setting spray. So I got it for Christmas, and I do really like it. I've tried it a couple of times, and it is a really nice setting spray, to be fair. I do still think I prefer MAC Fix Plus, but I'm not sure. Don't hold me to that. Enough setting spray? Probably not. I will then just curl my lashes and put on a bit of mascara. This mascara I actually also got in a glossy box. It is the Eye Consister mascara, just black. I love curling my lashes. Whenever I'm like doing my makeup and curling my lashes, and my boyfriend always says to me, he goes, are you not scared that it's gonna like rip your eyelashes off? And I'm like, I am now. I've never thought about it like that. Please excuse the faces that I am pulling whilst applying my mascara. I know it looks very weird. As well as using that other mascara, I will also go in with a bit of Bad Gal Bang, which I love a Benefit mascara. Their mascaras are hands down my absolute favourite. I think my favourite is probably Roller Lash, just because it curls your lashes so nicely. But I think Bad Gal Bang, it just makes them look really, really just defined and dark, which I really like. Okay, so lashes, which is arguably my favourite part, but also arguably the part I hate the most, because I could do like the nicest full face ever, go to put my lashes on, and they either go horribly wrong or amazingly well, and I end up like crying because I can't get a lash to stick down. I basically got this, I've seen the reflection, Chatty lashes set for my birthday, I think, and it basically comes with like 4 different lashes. I don't want them to like fall out. It comes with like 4 different lashes. I am gonna go for these lashes here. They look full but not too full. I'm always worried about them being too long, like, and being too long for here, but I'm sure they're fine. This is TL21 3D Resilient Lashes, Chatty lashes, which I actually really, really like. I think they're really good. I just realised I didn't bake my face. That is so annoying. Do you know what? It's because it's such a new step into my makeup routine. I forget it. I literally forget it, and I'm so annoyed with myself that I forgot it. But if I was to have baked, which I didn't, which I'm very, very annoyed about, I actually got it for my birthday, so I only got it a month ago. But I would be using the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I have only actually used it a couple of times because I keep forgetting, and I'm so annoyed about it. And I can't even put it on now because I've set my face already. Oh, for God's sake, that's so annoying. I literally got it out here ready and I didn't even use it. When I'm putting my lashes on, I will use this Duo lash glue. Duo are the best for lash glues. It's the quick set one, and it's a black one actually. I used to wear like their white glue and it used to really show, whereas I feel like with this one, it makes it, even if you get it a little bit all over the place, it looks like eyeliner. I think it's £6 for this. It lasts a really, really long time, and you can buy it anywhere. I buy it on Pretty Little Thing. I think I might go off camera to do my lashes, just because it takes me time and it's a very, very, very stressful experience, and I'm sure you don't want to see that. Also, quick note, this hoodie that I'm wearing is from Pretty Little Thing. I'm filming a haul video later, a massive clothes haul. This Get Ready With Me will probably be up first, and then my haul will probably be up later in the week. Okay, so lashes are all done. I really, really like these lashes. I also put a little bit of the eyeshadow like underneath my eye here, and then put a little bit of mascara on. Last thing to do is my lips, but I think I'm actually going to do my hair first and then do this after, because my hair will get stuck on my lip gloss. So yeah, I'm going to curl my hair first. To curl my hair, I am using the Beautyworks Professional Styler. Got this for my birthday. I have never really used a curling one to curl my hair. I actually curl my hair with straighteners usually. I taught myself to do it when I was about 13, and that's just the way I've always done it. So I wanted to try out a curling wand. I've seen everyone rave about them from Beautyworks. I have used this a couple of times already and I do really like it. So that's what I'm going to be using to curl my hair with. I actually also just section off my curtain bangs, because I have curtain bangs that come to about here. So I just section those off. I just put them into a Velcro roller. So hair has been curled. It looks incredibly curly. And now I'm going to brush out my curls just with the Beautyworks styling comb, I think it is. And I'd just brush out my curls just so they're less tight, rather than looking like ringlets, which I really don't like. And I'll just give it a spray. Apologies for the noise if that's like really loud. I'm just going to apply my lipstick and my lip gloss and everything. I use the Huda Beauty lip contour in shade Flirt. So once I've lined my lips, I then use the Morphe matte lipstick in shade Honey. It's quite a good match to my lip liner, but it's a little bit brighter. Bless me. Lipstick is now on. I don't think I could ever go out wearing like a matte lipstick. I just don't think it really suits me. I then use my all-time favourite Fenty Beauty lip gloss in shade Fussy. I love this. I'm nearly running out of this one actually. I need to get a new one. It's my absolute favourite. I'm now going to take my roller out and then we're finished. So I just split my part in. I know they wouldn't have actually really curled just because I didn't put any kind of heat on them. They've curled slightly. They've got a little flick. And there is my finished hair and makeup look. I love, love, love how my hair turned out. And I'm also really pleased with how my makeup turned out today. I hope you all enjoyed this get ready with me. Make sure you subscribe down below and like this video because it would mean the absolute world. And I will see you very, very soon for a brand new video.